Rob.
Tony. And I'm Jeff.
We're in gaming.
And that's you.
Hello gamers and welcome back to the Inn. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name, and we have just spectated one of our followers. That's why we were able to knock out that spectator quest for our pack. We got a classic pack from it, very exciting, so let's open this up, and let's pull our third legendary right here. Nope. Nope. Rare. Alright, 2 more cards left. Alright, failure to launch. Wow, not even good cards either. I mean, Earthen Ring Farseer is good, but I think we already have 2 of those, and then the Cold Light's not going to really come in handy anytime soon, I don't believe. That kind of stinks. What a sad pack. We don't have to make up for it later, though. Can we DE anything, though? We can. We can DE 3 commons. Sweet. Alright. So, we left off, I believe, rank 18, right? Yeah, rank 18 1-starred after we lost to that Reno Mage. If he wouldn't have pulled that Flame Strike, I think we could have won that game. But like I mentioned during the video, we got it. We lost, but that's okay. Because we'll win again. We'll win again. Oh God. I don't think that's it. That name doesn't look familiar, so I don't think we're playing the same Reno Mage. Mech Warper is always something good to keep on turn 1. We're gonna get rid of everything else. We can actually Mech Warper on 2, and then coin Goblin Blast Mage on 3. I think I'm gonna keep Goblin Blast Mage. We'll play a little greedy, unless we get another 2-drop mech. Ooh, this hand. Alright, so we will definitely be coining out the Mech Warper into probably the Spider Tank, followed by some other good shenanigans. So, oh my God. This fucking hand. How do you say no to a hand like this? We're actually going to save coin because we actually had a turn 1 play. If we didn't have a turn 1 play, I wouldn't have played that. But we actually can go ahead and Mech Warper, coin, Snow Chugger into Spider Tank into Blast Mage. Disgusting. Disgusting. Rip this poor little mage. That ping. Powerful ping. Into another Spider Tank. Jesus, guys. Oh my God. So the reason we did this is to basically flood the field as soon as possible, and then next turn we can go ahead and Spider Tank, unless we draw into another 1 or 2-drop mech that turns into 1-drop, so then we can Spider Tank and then a 1-drop, or if we can draw into a 4-drop mech, that'll be a lot better than playing the Spider Tank. But the Spider Tank's still a great turn 3 card, even though if it costs 2. So he's probably going to ping the Cog. That makes sense. He could be playing Freeze Mage. Who knows at rank 18. Alright, so Spider Tank, swing. We definitely have a lot of pressure if he's playing Freeze Mage, so that's good. If we draw into a 3-drop mech next turn, we can Spider Tank and then do another 3-drop and get 6 mana value out of only 4 mana. But if he plays a creature here, then we can just Blast Mage, blow it down, I should say, not blow it off, and then keep going phase. We have a Fireball for the some damage later on. And you want it the most. Alright, so Blast Mage is going to get some value here. Okay. Ooh, Frostbolt, rip to the Spider Tank? Why would you use it? Why that one? Anyway, Blast Mage, hit it twice. Come on. 1. There we go. Success. So he's going to have to float 1. He's actually going to have to ping this 3-1. He wants to really bad, which means he's going to only have 3 mana. And yeah, it makes it so he can't play a big creature on turn 5. At this point in the game, I'm not sure. You'd have to like just survive as long as you can until you can Flame Strike on 6. But at that point in time, we're going to put in at least 9 more damage, putting him at, 9 more to 17, so 8. And then we can just Fireball. So there's a Flame Waker. Is he going to ping? It looks like he's going to cast some spells. A Mirror Entity. Probably going to, or the ping's probably going to kill the Spider Tank, of course. What other target would it hit? To be completely honest. So we go ahead. We're going to put this in between these 2 targets. Put this on the right-hand side here. Probably just go ahead and kill off these 2 targets here. And then attack the Flame Waker just because we do not want that living. And if he wants to go ahead and use the ping to kill off our 5-1, again, that stops him from developing the board unless he's wanting to push the Flame Strike next turn, so he develops a creature here thinking he might live an extra turn, but in reality, he's not living any turn after this. So there is a secret, assuming it's most likely going to be, ooh gosh, so we're going to assume a Mirror Entity, not a Mirror Entity, but a Counterspell and a Community, yeah. So we're going to attack with our lowest drop first. That's exactly why I attack with my lowest drop first. Swing with these. Oh gosh. Okay, Ice Barrier is fine. I think this is, it's not still lethal, but it's close. Bink. Bink. I guess we could have attacked with our 5-1 first, and if that get vaporized, and then he can't ping it off the next turn, but I would rather deal, I almost value the 5 more damage more in that situation. Because he's still going to have to ping it off, making it so he can't play a 7 drop. He's going to have to play a 5 drop, which stops him from playing. It wouldn't stop playing Flame Strike, I guess. Why would you not play Flame Strike and just ping instead? But anyway, we won. Kansami Doll on the floor. Mech Mage, flooding the field, guys. Flooding the field. Alright, another mage. That's 3 mages in a row. Well, 1 episode this time, or 2 mages this episode, and then the 1 we left off last time with. At this point in time, because we don't have the coin, we don't have a mech, we're just going to keep the Mana Worm, the Goblin Blast Mage a little bit too much right now. We're looking for a 2-drop. This hand's pretty bad. Mana Worm's the only good part in this hand. Hogger is decent, but not, obviously on turn 1. Geekzord? What's this guy's name? Obviously those 3s are E's, but I don't know what the Zord means. Blast Mage has made its return into our hand. When you want it the most, we are going to ping this 2-1. He's playing Mech Mage too, how exciting. Oh, fizzle me timbers. Now we can't develop the cog. That's okay. You have to take value trades when you can. And pinging a free creature is a value trade, boys. So next turn, I guess we can cog and ping if we need to. Ideally, we need to draw into a 2-drop creature. That'd be best. Coin into a Spider Tank. Ooh, Harvest Golem. Mixing it up, mixing it up. Gee, come on. We're not getting lucky, guys. I guess we've got, all of our hands so far have been fairly decent, so I guess it's time for this game to really screw us over. No mechs, double Fireball into Goblin Blast Mage, no mechs, like I mentioned, in a Hogger. Ouch, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt really bad. Hey look, our first mech. The sad part is if we ping this, we can attack that, but then we basically can't play anything else. If we Fireball the 4/4, I guess that puts us in an okay situation. Okay. We Spider Tank, we kill off this, he pings that, he swings into this, he has 2 1/1s on the board. We develop the Blast Mage, he swings this 4/4 into it. If we play the Fireball, I think we Fireball. Okay. Felt really bad, but gotta do what you gotta do, guys. So as long as he doesn't have, okay, so he wasted ping there, which means he can only play a 2-drop. So as long as it's not like a Mech Warper, all right, Cog isn't too bad, because now we can develop the Spider Tank and ping off the damaged Golem. And as long as he doesn't kill our Spider Tank, we can get value from our Blast Mage. All right, so if we Mech Warper and then Spider Tank, we don't have enough to ping, and we need to ping, so we have to hope he doesn't have another mech in his hand. Because if he has another 3-drop mech or less, he can go ahead and swing a Cog into our Spider Tank and ping it, and then still have 2 cards on the board. Oh god, exactly the best 3-drop mech he could have. All right, so he pings 1 into Spider Tank, makes the trade with the Cog. All right. When you want it the most. All right, so I think we're going to Mech Warper, Blast Mage. Hopefully Blast Mage kills the Cog. Haha, success. It's good stuff, good stuff. Gorilla Bot, nice. Value-oriented, tempo plays. Good job, Mage. When you want it the most. I don't know why that song is stuck in my head, guys. I'm sorry. If you're wondering what song that is, that song would be... Hold on, I'll find it for you right here. That's The Way It Is by... I can't even read that, that's tiny. Anyway. All right, so in this situation here, what do we got? This kind of stinks. Actually, no, it doesn't. Whoa, I don't have a mech on the board. Whoops. Rip, I thought I had a mech on the board. My bad. Oh well, that's probably would have been the same play I had anyway. So right now, hopefully he rushes the field. We can flame strike. If he doesn't, well, then we hog or ping. All right, Snow Chugger into two more cards with less than 4 health, please. I probably just Blast Mage. I have a feeling he's a Blast Mage kind of guy. Okay, Cloak Field. Okay. All right. Is that it? Ooh, what a slow turn. All right, we're gonna hogger for sure. Unless he's setting up for a Flame Strike. If he's setting up for a Flame Strike and we hogger, we're done for. So if we play Shredder, we're playing around the Flame Strike. But if we play hogger, we're playing into the Flame Strike. So I'm gonna play into the Flame Strike. I'm gonna assume he doesn't have it. If he doesn't have Flame Strike, this will be what wins the game. If he has Flame Strike, this is what just lost me the game. If you want it the most. I mean, I guess we still have Shredder, but oh god, Blizzard kills the hogger, that's for sure. But it doesn't do what a Flame Strike could have done. He'd be silly not to kill the hogger right here. So this Snow Chugger is going to go into hogger, and then he's probably going to ping the 5/2. So next turn he can ping the 5/2 again, kill it off. He has 7 mana left, which is, oh, what the hell? Okay, yeah. I thought he pinged the hogger. I was like, whoa, why? All right, Creature, Arcane Intellect. Okay, that's fine. So Shredder, Annoyotron, ping face. Keeping cards on the board in this matchup is extremely important. Even though he could be running Flame Strike and that would be really bad, having board control is really, really important in this matchup. Probably even just as important in the Druid matchup. Because as soon as they have like 2 cards on the board, oh god. That's really good for him. Oh man. That went pretty well for you, didn't it there, buddy? When you want it the most. We're going to Flame Strike this. Even though it's only 2 cards, it saves our Shredder from dying, and he's already... The ping's not going to be able to do it. We can make a value trade next turn. This is also 10 damage in our hand, including the passive. Oh god, there's a Neff. How you doing, buddy? Oh my goodness gracious. Because of how much damage we have in our hand right now, I'm just going to go face. I doubt he's going to be able to stop a Pyroblast next turn unless he got a counterspell. And he's going to have to kill my Shredder somehow. Whatever comes out of the Shredder also could have 3 or 4 attack. So 4 attack would be the highest. All right, so he's going to Cone of Cold, and then he's going to go ahead and ping, none of which is a counterspell. There's a Shredder, not enough mana to counterspell, and there's no card in the game that heals him for 5. So our Pyroblast just won us the game. And you want it the most. It's your only way out. You just got Pyroblasted, and you're exploding right now. I am sorry, my friend. You just died to my Pyroblast, and that's the way it is. So I'm assuming we're going to go against a Druid. We haven't gone against a Druid all day, guys. But he is a happy manatee. Alright, we get rid of Arcane Intellect, keep everything else, so get rid of Pyroblast too. You won us the game, but we don't want you right now. It's too early for you, buddy. Come in like 8 turns, 9 turns. Happy to see you then. We can actually do some cool... Oh, God. What the hell? Didn't expect that off the start. Mana Worm. Do we save coins so we can... Nah. It's fine. We can go ahead and play the Mech Warper next turn. Or we can go ahead and play an Annoyotron. But Mech Warper would probably make more sense. It's a pretty intensive start if you ask me. Because we can go ahead if he wants to make the trade here. His best attack right now is to attack the Cog. There's a lot of different starts you could do with this game, but I think this puts the most pressure on the board. Oh wow, that's pretty good for him. It almost makes it so pinging is worth more to me right now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. Annoyotron. We can make... What do we value more? Probably the Mana Worm. Oh no! Oh, I'm so bad at this game. I could have just... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Some guys' eye... Oh, Jesus. We're going to get blown out. Oh, God. Okay, good. Good ping. Good ping. Good ping. Good ping. Good ping. Have mercy. All right. It's not total... We didn't totally mess up yet. But that was pretty bad. But I'm sorry. I was daydreaming. All right. So I think we can... all right. What's our best play? All right. So this is going to need to die. And the only way this dies is if we swing this, and the Annoyotron, this goes into here. We'd have to ping. So we need to save a ping, which is 2 mana, which means we only can develop a 1 mana. Okay. Alright, so Mana Worm is our only option. Okay. So this was basically the only... We needed to save the ping so we could save another creature. If we would have developed 2 more creatures, we would have to allow him to live a 2/1, which would end up killing our creature anyway. So I guess we could have traded developing a bigger board by leaving a bigger minion on his side. But I think in the long run, this is actually just a tidbit better. Because we don't want this Leopard Gnome to kill off our... I value this creature more so than 2 health in this early stage of the game. We also could have played the Annoyotron and then swung our Mana Worm into it, but at this point in the game, we don't have a 5-drop to follow up, so there's really no point not to use our mana and to keep our Mana Worm nice and fresh. So we can make a trade later on. Either play would have been alright there. Just don't make plays in the beginning of the game like me, where you just randomly start attacking creatures. Alright. So if we would have made that trade earlier, like I mentioned on the Leopard Gnome, now we would have... Okay, so obviously you have to ping this, but now we can make this trade right here without us worrying about the Mana Worm dying. As the last turn, we would have actually put our Mana Worm to 1 HP, so it would have died if we would have just made that trade right there. So that's why I valued it having 3 health, unless he Hellfires, which again, this field is just dominated if he Hellfires, but then we just follow up with a Hogger. And it's gonna be pretty difficult for him to get rid of that unless he Soulfires it, which is he hasn't played Dark Cultist yet, so there's a good chance he doesn't have Soulfire, but he could run Soulfire on his own. Who knows? I think he does run Soulfire. All right. When you want it the most. All right. So because this has 2 attack and 4 health, I think we can go ahead, make this trade here. That's fine. Kill basically everything on his side of the field. In the zoo matchup, again, most matchups with most decks, the field control is the most important part. So just making the value trades, like because I have creatures on the board that can attack right away, I'm the one with the initiative instead of him, which is really, really nice. Can we actually end it here is the question. So we have 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's exactly lethal. Good job, guys. Good job. All right, so rank 17. We played 3 games to get to rank 17, but we could have just won the one at our last game, the last episode, and we would have been 17. And by now, we would have already been, if we would have won 3 games from 17 to 16, we would have been 15. That's insane how strong win streaks are. With the same amount of games, as long as we wouldn't have lost the Reno lock, we would have been ranked 15 right now. That's insane in the brain. I keep looking over at comments for people leaving, but there's really no comments that need to be addressed at this point in time. The video syncing comment. Ooh, there's a Druid. I was 1 game off, guys. I was 1 game off the Druid call. All right, so we're going to keep the Frostbolt for the Ass Pirate. The Annoyotron's good as a 2-drop. The Spider Tank's good as 3 drops. I can't really argue with this hand. Could be better, but I'm not going to sit there and argue with it. There's no point to be rude. We're at 20 minutes in, so ideally we can win 2 or 3 more. Maybe it's a 30, 35-minute episode. Pyroblast, I know you're good, but not right now. You're not. Come on, man. You are killing me. Coin into Ass Pirate. Come on, play it, play it, play it. Wild Growth. Ooh, Power of the Wild. What a strong card. Look at that. Panther. I think... So, we could Annoyotron and pretty much contest it and save the Frostbolt. Actually, no, because he can passive and hit it. So that makes almost more sense to... We can also Snow Chugger. And that would contest it. But I think a Frostbolt can be used at any time. Wow, that's a hard decision. Maybe he'll just go face. We'll just play it on the Snow Chugger. Maybe he'll... we'll save the Frostbolt for maybe something that has 3 health instead of 2. Don't Nature will rise against me. Don't get all mad a little bit. 1992, so obviously you're 23 years old. Alright, so it looks like we should have Frostbolted in that situation. It's fine. So now he's going to have to use another spell or a passive to get rid of our Spider Tank, and if not, next turn we can just Annoyotron, Frostbolt the 3/2, swing face, following turn Arcane Intellect, ping, or another 2-drop from Arcane Intellect if we draw in 1. Seems pretty decent. Innervate, 5-drop, Druid of the Claw. Druid of the Fang! Oh, wow. I respect this guy. Alright, Polymorph off the top. Mech Warper. Not exactly what I wanted, but it does buy me a little time. Puts the taunt in front, so he's gonna have to passive here, and then we can draw into the Polymorph. It's gotta be that. It's gotta have that turn delay on it. That 1-turn delay. Swipe. Good top deck, bro. This game is not looking good. 7/7 on turn 3. Swipe exactly on turn 4. Arcane Intellect into Blast Mage into Arcane Intellect. So, Frostbolt it is. You will not be hitting me with that 7/7, sir. I refuse. So we can draw into a mech next turn. Maybe we'll take a chance with the Blast Mage. That's a chance. That is a chance. That's a pretty good start for him, though. Like, that's basically the best start you could have as the Beast Druid player. This turn's not that strong for him. A 5-drop would have been better. But if he... Okay, so he has a... He's going to give it Taunt, too. Oh, boy. Where are our cards? What do we kill here? I'm going to make the assumption we can fire... We're going to make this so he doesn't passive and kill off our Shredder. Our Shredder can actually deal the 3 damage to there, and then we can Blast Mage or Attacker 3 drop into there. Or whatever comes out of the Shredder into there, and also ping. Maybe he goes face here, and he gets really greedy. But like, as a Druid player, he had his 1-drop. He had Wraith to kill our card. He had a 7/7 on 3. He had Swipe on 4. And then that turn, he had all 5 mana to fill that out. He has Wraith to kill that. At least we can draw a card here, but geez, man. That's pretty good. Like, he's had a decent line of cards. And we get the 2/1, so he can kill it off with his passive. We can't even put any damage on his 7/7. Alright, so Fireball is the best draw right now. Obviously, no Fireball. Arcane Intellect into a Polymorph. Come on, Polymorph. Fireball now doesn't do anything. Okay. It's time to develop the board. Hopefully he goes face. Next turn we can go ahead and Fireball ping. The reason we didn't Fireball this turn is because it would just bring it to 1 health and we wouldn't develop the board at all. So, it all depends what he does here. So if he attacks, we're pretty low, but not dead. Keeper off the top. Alright. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to Fireball ping. That's 5. We need to draw a 3-drop. That's decent. Okay. I guess we could Fireball... We could Fireball, risk it for the biscuit. We're risking it. Hit the 7/1. Good shit, bro. Force of Nature off the top. Ooh, another swipe to get rid of my 5/4. Nice. Alright, so we can still make a comeback, though. If we can draw into Annoyotron, it would be a decent comeback. Blast Mage, hopefully it kills this 2/2 right here. So, it's not, we're not totally dead yet. We're dead if this 2/2 does not die. Alright. Blast Mage, do us work. Alright, sweet. We live at 1 HP. Not totally dead yet. Oh, now we're dead. Why wouldn't he just put that into charge unless he has one more damage? Okay, there he goes. Unless he made 2 1-1s. Yeah, it was too much for us, guys. That was just too much. He was an emoter, too. Probably thought he was such a good player. Such a brilliant curve, man. I think if you would have taken out any one of those, like, extraordinary factors, like a 7-7 on turn 3, the swipe on turn 4, or he got his 7-7, or he turned his 7-3 back into a 7-7. Any of those things, if that wouldn't have happened, I think we would have stood a chance. Or if we would have drawn into any of our CC spells. But that's okay. Alright. I'll keep the 2 drops. I don't want to be greedy. Dude, like, whenever we really need a card, like Fireball last game, it's always in our starting hand the following game. I found that very... When I play Reno Jackson or Reno lock decks, like, we'll lose because we won't draw. Reno will be in, like, the last 7 cards of our deck, and then the next game, he'll be literally the first card that we draw. It's insane. We're going to coin out the Snow Checker, obviously, for tempo here. We've got the Annoyotron to follow up, or if we can draw into like a Mech Warper, that's good, too. Also puts a bigger body on the board. Annoyotron helps us deal with some of the smaller stuff, and it helps negate attacks if we want to protect something. But it really doesn't. It's not as threatening as a 2/3 on the board. So if he plays like, okay, Mistress of Pain. I think we can. Oh God. Okay, all right. Oh shit, that was intense. All right, so we can kill this Mistress if we really want to, but I really don't want to. We are going to attack it, though. Put it down to 2. Now it can't attack next turn, and we can make another trade with it the following turn. And then this upcoming turn, we can go ahead and Frostbolt and Cogmaster, whatever he decides he wants to play. Definitely not going to... Okay, so it looks like Ping Cogmaster is the play this turn. Take care of this 1-1. Void Caller, come on, man. What is this? Alright, so it looks like we are going to Frostbolt, Cog, Swing, Swing. Alright, so 3 cards on board. As long as he doesn't have a or Hellfire, we're alright. A Demon Wrath would be pretty bad too. He could have gotten that out of his Jeweled Scarab. You just gotta hope he doesn't. Man, we would have been rank 15 already. We keep losing at that, like, where the win streak really takes into effect. So it's basically just winning 1 star at a time is what we've been doing. My voice just cracked, rip. So Arcane Intellect looks like the card next turn. Wow, Ping just made it look a lot better, so let's draw into a 2-drop and make it worth my while. 1 drop's alright. I value the 3/2 more than the 2/1. I have a good chance that we'll draw into a mech next turn, so the Cogmaster won't lose value. What does this guy actually look like? So he Bane of Dooms it. Don't get like Lord Draxus or Mal'Ganis. Pit Lord, that's pretty good. When you want it the most. I think we just Fireball that. Couldn't just get like a Void Walker or a Flame Imp or a Blood Imp or a Succubus or a 3/5 with Taunt or any like a Imp Gang Boss or any of those guys. He gets a 5. I guess it's better than Draxus or Mal'Ganis. I guess it's better. All right, Intellect into a creature. Creature, looking for creatures. All right, Mech Warper. All right, so we have a lot of damage. We have Pyroblast, so as long as he's not playing Reno Jackson, I think we'll be all right this game. How much damage can we actually push next turn? So we have 9, 5, oh, never mind. Rip. All right, so we're gonna ping the Void Caller and assume he doesn't have any huge demons in his hand like Doomguard. All right. That's not too bad. Fudge. No, we're fine. We haven't used it yet. What do we actually want to do? I think we can just go face. We have so much damage in our hand. We also have Flame Strike. So he taps right here, and that's basically what he wants. Like, with this card, he's going to have to tap, putting him at 14, and then that just makes it so we can Frostbolt, Fireball, and then basically be able to attack with either one of these creatures unless he makes both trades and passives, which I don't think he's going to do. Dread Infernal, it hits our characters too, doesn't it? Yeah, and he's also going to passive. Oh, wow, this guy gets buffed twice, but now he's at 13. So he's going to make the Shredder trade into his 3-3, his 8-7 into our 5-4, unless he just goes face super greedy, and then we just kill him next turn with the Frostbolt Fireball. Why would he make that trade to pop his Shredder? That's interesting. Okay. I'll just do that. So next turn we Frostbolt Fireball, following turn we Pyroblast. I doubt he can do 29 damage in 2 turns. Or if he has Reno Jackson, he also wins. He also wins if he has a heal bot. That's not so good. Okay. Spider Tank. Blast Mage, go. I needed you, Blast Mage, to hit this Dread Infernal just one time. Just one time, so I could have pinged it. You failed me. You failed me. I have no idea what we're losing to. So he's going to have to swing his 6-2 into his our 3-4, or he's going to trade both 3 attacks into our 3-4, unless he has another spell. Voodoo Doctor, so now it actually lives. Do we have 2 Flame Strikes in this deck? Oh my god. Flame Strike, the value. I don't even know if we have 2 Flame Strikes in here. I think we might have taken the second one out and put in a Blizzard or something. I don't know. Blizzard would still be fine. When you want it the most. How much damage does he have here to be? We can actually still win. We can still win, boys. As long as he doesn't have another heal, we win. Oh, man. Don't have another heal. I don't want this to be a long Road to Legend video. Come on. Come on. Why? T-Killbot into the, oh man, even if he wouldn't have had that, what is that, 3-drop, he deal 2 damage, heal 2 damage, he didn't have that. Are you kidding me, dude? Alright, rip. Alright, so this has been 33 minutes so far, so we're gonna call this here, and I guess there'll be 3 sittings of this heading to rank 15. Did not expect to lose that. Alright, I'll see you guys next time on the, I was going to say Road to Legend, whoops, on our free-to-play account series. As always, guys, I'm Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.